Jon Simonsson, short words, what is Komet?
Komet is a Swedish government committee working with new technologies and ethics. And we help the government to take care of the risks and possibilities of new technologies to be able to live up to the speed of technology development.
And does it work? Does the government get faster?
We've been working now for some 2 years. We have presented 12 concrete proposals to the government, and the government has actually acted upon 9 of those so far. And that's pretty fast for being a government.
Definitely so. In your speech, you were talking about the 3 stone cutters. Can you explain for the online audience that hasn't been listening to your speech, what do you mean by that?
The story about the 3 stone cutters I learned while I was studying at Harvard, and it was a professor of a strategy class. And the story goes like this: there was a traveler passing by 3 stone cutters, and he was curious as what they were doing. So we asked the first stone cutter, "What are you doing?" "I'm cutting square stones," he said. He wasn't satisfied with that answer, so he moved on to the second one and asked him, "What are you doing?" "I'm providing for my family and my kids' education." He wasn't happy with that either, so he moved on to the third stone cutter. And that stone cutter put his chisel to the side and said, "I'm building a cathedral." And the challenge now for governments is that you have to act on all these 3 levels. All levels are relevant. The first level is to follow the rule of law and be effective. The second level is to work with the citizen and company perspective, an outside-in perspective of you as a civil servant. And the third level is then, of course, to create a sustainable society. But governments normally just control and steer and follow up on the first level. And that is a challenge to move up and also look at the holistic perspective and on the inside-out perspective and outside-in perspective. So that's what we do.
And the third stone also, for me, when I listen to your story, has something to do with vision.
I think in the times right now, it's very, very important to have a common vision, a common picture, since everybody must align and see a common vision. And most problems of today are cross-cutting. They cut across borders, across technology, across regulatory domains. And the only way to solve that is to find new ways of collaborating. And to be able to collaborate, you have to have a joint vision, a joint North Star somehow. Some people talk about the notion of systems leadership. And to have a leadership, somebody has to point out the direction. And we live after that motto.
This is a congress about smart cities. It's called SmartSuisse. Sweden, where is it situated, referring to smart cities?
I think actually, if you look at the city level, there are a lot of exciting things happening in Sweden. For example, in southern Sweden, in the city of Helsingborg, they're doing experimentation using AI systems in social care, for example. It's a bit challenging related regulation. Other cities try to do blood transport with drones. But most cities tell us that a big challenge is that the national level, the regulations, the law level, they're not part of the change. So the challenge is to interconnect the different levels of society. And I think that the cities are the forerunners many times. It's there things happen, it's there solutions are made. But that has also to connect to the government level and the law level. And that's a big challenge, but because politics on national level has different drivers and different mechanisms than on city level.